Hi, my name is Mallory Essman, and I am one of the Region 3 Next Steps ambassadors.
Hi, I'm Carrie Paquette, and I am the College and Career Advisor at Lakeland High School in Rathdrum.
Hey, I'm Jessica Butler. I am the Region 6 Next Steps Ambassador. Come on into my office.
Hi, my name is Kim Draves, and I'm one of your Region 4 College and Career Ambassadors this year. I'm also the school counselor at Murtaugh School, which is a small K-12 school in South Central Idaho. I've been here for the last 7 years. One of my favorite activities to do with my middle school and high school students each year is March Madness. This is where we research all of the colleges that are in the men's NCAA tournament and then create pennants, which we hang in the halls, which adds a festive touch to our school. Something we did last spring was career journeys for all of our staff members. And then we posted these outside of our doors. We just wanted to let students know that not all of us take the same path to get to where we are today. Something new I tried with my seniors this year was draw yourself in college. We did this at the start of school, and I had them draw the things that are influencing their decisions regarding what they're going to do after high school. And here's just a few examples of those.
I just want to talk to you a little bit about one of my favorite activities to do with students. As some of you may experience, a lot of the decisions that our boards and our admin make all tie back to data. So it's hard sometimes as counselors and advisors to rely on data to prove our success, but we can use it to inform our advising. So if you are familiar with the PSAT score reports, you can go into your PSAT score reports and you can look at all of the benchmarks for 10th grade. What I typically do is I will do this for 10th grade. I'll find all the students who met benchmark in either math or English, and then I actually compared that list to the 10th graders' grades. And so then I look up all of those students and see if they are passing their math or English class. And then I identify what students have met benchmark on the PSAT but are not being successful in that particular subject area in school. So then we can kind of see that the student definitely has the knowledge and the capability to be successful, but perhaps something is going on in the classroom. I then call that student down, have a conversation with them, ask them what barriers are preventing them from being successful in school. I typically try to connect them with a program such as Trio or introduce them to some clubs or tutoring opportunities. And this really allows for students to disclose what they're struggling with and where they need additional academic advising assistance.
This is my office here at Hillcrest High School. This is where we often meet one-on-one with our juniors and seniors, where we help them get ready for college or their careers or apprenticeship programs or whatever it is they're planning for after high school. Now for our 8th graders on through sophomores, we meet with them in classrooms for group settings to talk about things that are applicable to them per that grade level. So right now, this time of the year, we have begun meeting with juniors. And we're encouraging them to plan on taking both the SAT and ACT. We also encourage them to take the ASVAB to help them in their career exploration process.
So this is my little office that used to be a closet, and I'm in the counseling center here at Lakeland. So I work with all grade levels at Lakeland. Right now, though, I'm working mostly with seniors at the beginning of the year. I've actually been in their government classes every week for the last 3 weeks, giving them presentations, talking to them about all the beginning of the year things that they need to know. And this week, we're talking about the FAFSA. And NIC is actually coming in next Monday and Tuesday, and we're going to help all the seniors in their government classes make their FSA IDs for the FAFSA. I will start calling, I already have started calling all the seniors into my office. I meet with every single one, individually in my office, so we can just talk one-on-one about their plans and I can help them. That takes a while, especially with all the other things I do. So I probably won't get done with that until right before Christmas break. I know you can all relate. This time of year is really busy, especially with seniors. So I'm happy to be serving as your Region 1 ambassador again this year. And if there's anything that I can do to help you in any way, please let me know.
Hi, my name is Byron Yankee. I work for the Office of the State Board of Education as the College and Career Program Manager. You've just seen some videos produced by our Next Steps ambassadors. Let me tell you a little bit about the ambassador program. Our first goal is to build a forum for counselors to share their triumphs and tribulations. So far, 294 college and career counselors and advisors have already joined our regional ambassadors Facebook teams. Our second goal is to use the network to disseminate education policy updates, professional development events, and share trusted resources. Our last goal is to relay critical feedback and needs assessments to the Office of the State Board of Education as they consider the many policy challenges that face them. Later on in your conference, in your resolution meeting, you will hear about a resolution that talks about certification for various counselors. I know that you'll be well prepared and understand the various aspects of that program.
And if we work together, we can make all of our jobs easier.
About 4 years ago, the Department of Labor had a program called Career Information Systems. This was a program for schools to buy a license to use with their students as they were wanting to help students explore the career options available to them. CIS went away, and the staff for the Career Information Systems moved to the State Board of Education. That gave us a great opportunity. That opportunity was for us to build career and college resources based upon input that we got from counselors across the state. You probably know that Idaho State statute requires the creation of a high school learning plan in 8th grade, and that plan is reviewed annually by students and parents. The intent of the high school learning plan was to map out some opportunities for students as they consider electives and classes they're going to take, and as they think about what is going to happen after high school. They're organized by recommended grade levels. However, a counselor or a high school or your school district can choose which activities they want to use from year to year. It's a mix and match. It's up to your school district. We have also enlisted the help of actual college and career counselors to write lesson plans to support these types of resources. Those lesson plans are a drop and play type format. They can be used by an English teacher, an economics teacher, a counselor teacher, or by an advisor. It can be in a full class, it can be a small group, and in times where things are a little bit uncertain, these can also be delivered virtually. So the high school learning plans are a collection of activities and resources that are organized by grade level. Remember I said that your school or your school district can select which ones they want to do during each year. Those activities can be saved as a PDF, they can be emailed to a counselor or a teacher, or a URL can be saved. It can be reviewed every year, modified, and changed whenever is necessary. In addition, there are quick assessments and inventories that help students think about what they are good at, what they're interested in, and the work environment that they might feel is the most successful. These inventories can be done more than once from one year to another because, as we know, planning for a life after high school is not a single pathway. There's many on-ramps and off-ramps. The high school learning plans are that list of activities, grade by grade, that your school can choose, or your counselor can choose, or your grade level teachers can help choose. There are two important activities on the high school learning plan that I want to point out to you in addition to the assessments. The first one is a scholarship search. Scholarships are so important, and we know that applying for scholarships doesn't just have to happen in their senior year. Applying earlier and applying often is a great way to support the financial needs of our students across the state. The other resource that is there is a video library. In that video library, students are able to see and learn about jobs that might not exist in their community. They get to hear from employers and also people doing the real life work. Those types of videos are really important. They're short. They also can be sent out as a newsletter or sent to parents in an email. It's a great way for students to learn about life outside of their own community. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Sarah Scudder, who's going to tell you about student portfolios.
Hi, good afternoon, Idaho State Board of Education. This is Sarah. How can I help you? So we're really excited to bring to you this year Next Steps Idaho portfolios for our students. It's where they can save their assessment results, they can bookmark their favorite careers, they can find resource pages and save those so they can come back at later and utilize them again. And they can also basically just build a portfolio of activities that can follow them from 9th grade up through when they graduate in 12th grade. So let's go ahead and have a quick Q&A with Byron to learn more about the student portfolios.
So Sarah, how about these questions? If I was a high school counselor, why would I want to have student portfolios for my students in whatever grade I'm in?
Well, Byron, that's a really great question. A lot of times you want to have a portfolio for a student so you can see what type of progress they're making. You could assign them activities as part of a class assignment, and so you can go back in and make sure that a student has completed their class assignment.
So how does the student sign up?
That's a great question, Byron. They go to nextsteps.idaho.gov/login, and they need a couple things to get started. They need their first and last name and an email address, and they can go ahead and create an account for Next Steps Idaho and create a student portfolio.
So Sarah, you're telling me that students could do this on their own. They don't have to just be waiting for a counselor or a teacher to sign them up. Is that right?
That's right, Byron. Next Steps Idaho was created to allow individual exploration as well as exploration under the guidance of a mentor or counselor. And so a student or an adult can actually create a Next Steps Idaho login. And if they select to be connected to a school, then they are going to be pending until someone at that school verifies who they are and accepts them in. But if they never get verified and they don't select to be a part of a school, a student or a parent or an adult can use their portfolio individually for as long as they want.
Great. So if I am a 9th grader and I create a portfolio of 9th grade, will it follow me all the way through high school?
It will, Byron. A student can create a portfolio as early as 8th grade right now, and that portfolio can move up with them, and they can do different activities in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, and save them. And so they can go back and see what their thoughts were around a career back when they were an 8th grader, and how those might have shifted and changed as they've grown into being a senior in high school. So,
Sarah, we also know that sometimes students and families move. So what happens to their accounts?
That's another really great point, Byron. The Next Steps Idaho portfolio can actually follow a student from school to school. So when they leave a middle school or a junior high up to high school, they can have their portfolio moved to their new school, both within a district and also if they move to a different school here in Idaho.
So, Sarah, it sounds like you're telling me that a student, if they decide to do this on their own, they can pick and choose from the high school learning plan activities. But if they are picked up by a school, a counselor or a school might have a set of activities that they would do from year to year. Is that correct?
That's correct, Byron. We have a set of different high school learning plan activities for 8th grade up through 12th grade. If you're doing it on your own, you can pick and choose the activities in each grade level that you'd like to do. But if you're working with a school, say your school is using it in an advisory period, you might have a selected number of activities to complete. Sometimes schools are using it in a high school to life or a career exploration class, and so they might do all of the activities in a specific grade year within a shorter period of time. So it's really based on how the school wants to use it, how those activities can and should be completed by students. But it's also if a student is just working on it with their family at home, they can pick and choose how they want to complete activities in their portfolio.
So many different options. That's a real value of how this is set up. I noticed also in the high school learning plans that sometimes there might be a same or similar activity that could be done from one year to another. Is that a problem, or what do you recommend?
No, that's a great point, Byron. When we worked with counselors from around the state to create these activities that go into the Next Steps Idaho high school learning plan and also can be saved to these student portfolios, a couple of the activities the counselors felt were really important to reiterate some of those concepts year after year. So you might notice if you were to look in a high school portfolio that a student might have done the college and career vocabulary activity a number of different times, or they could have completed the GPA activity a number of different times, because we know as students are growing and learning throughout their high school careers, what information they need is going to be also expanded. So a freshman might have a very limited view of what a GPA is, but we sure hope that when they finish as a senior, they can put their entire course catalog into and calculate their own GPA with their high school learning plan activity.
So I've been able to look at the dashboards that's available for a school or for a counselor or for a teacher, and even the individual student counselor. There's something that's called Bookmarks. Why would a student bookmark something, and what would happen if they looked at something that they were really interested in and thought they might want to revisit that?
That's a good point, Byron. So students can bookmark careers, they can bookmark Idaho schools, so Boise State, U of I, North Idaho College, and then they can go back to their portfolio and remember those schools that maybe they thought were really of good interest to them in 8th grade, and make sure that as they're looking to do their applications in their senior year, do those still align with where their thought processes are. They can also bookmark resources. So like I mentioned earlier, a student could bookmark FAFSA instructions, which is going to be really important when they're doing their FAFSA, their senior year of high school. So there's a lot of great reasons to bookmark things in the Next Steps Idaho website and save to their portfolio, because it allows them to revisit those things that were of interest to them previously.
So last thing, I noticed that there are several different ways for young people to look at scholarships. Can you tell us a little bit about the scholarship features in the high school learning plans?
So we have a number of different ways that a student can save information about scholarships. So we have our Idaho Scholarship Directory, which is a directory of Idaho scholarships. So the basic eligibility criteria is you're an Idaho resident. And so you can filter those based on different demographic information, where you are in your high school post-secondary career. So you could be a post-secondary student also coming back and utilizing the scholarship directory to find scholarships in your junior year. Even adults can come in and use the scholarship. If you're a high school senior and you're looking to apply for the post-secondary credit scholarship, we have all of those identified. And then we also have a lot of information about the state managed scholarships, like our Idaho Opportunity Scholarship, our Idaho Opportunity Scholarship for adults, as well as information for some of our more particular scholarships, like if you've been a Gear Up student, there's a Gear Up scholarship. You can find out information about that. If you're interested in applying for the Governor's Cup academic or CTE program scholarships, all of that information is in the Idaho Scholarship Directory, and it can be found on Scholarship Idaho.
So I thought that was the last question, but there's a couple more. You're just too good at this, Sarah. So what if I am trying to decide which college or university I want to go to? Would I be able to share any of the information that I had done through my high school career with somebody who's going to help me at a college level for advising and things like that?
You can, Byron. So when a student creates their own individual portfolio, they have a couple different ways that they can share that. So if they're associated with their high school, they're going to be able to share that portfolio information with their teacher or their counselor. They can also print a PDF of that so they could share it maybe with their parents at home as they're having conversations about what they want to do when they graduate. And they could also share it with an advisor at one of our public institutions or our private institutions here at Idaho, or maybe with a career planner at the Idaho Department of Labor on different ways that, and so that they have better idea of what the student wants to do and can help get them connected to the right training or career.
So there's so many different pathways available for students as they think about what to do after high school, whether to go to college right away or start a career. You had mentioned the Department of Labor and the career coaches there. Is that a resource that students that graduated from high school might be able to connect with?
Absolutely. The Department of Labor is a really great resource for students who have graduated from high school and need a little bit more support in figuring out what they want to do. The Department of Labor has these career coaches that can be extremely helpful.
Remember, the Next Steps Outreach team is also available to help your district, your high school, or a college and career counselor plan how to best use these resources. Our information is available at the end of this presentation. Don't be afraid to reach out. We're here to help with implementing the high school learning plans.
3, 2, go.
Students in Idaho have the option to participate in advanced opportunities. Each year, the Idaho State Department of Education helps thousands of young Idahoans save on college tuition, graduate early, explore new interests, and transition into real careers. Right now, $4,125 has been made available for every student in an Idaho public school, grades 7 through 12. This money can be used for advanced opportunities like workforce training, overload courses, dual credit courses, exams, and early graduation scholarships. Students can use these funds over the course of their junior high and high school careers to pursue knowledge and try on a few futures. Watch the next video to learn more. Students can earn college credit while still in high school by taking dual credit courses. Idaho colleges have made an accredited curriculum available online within public high schools, on college campuses, and through video conferencing. Advanced Opportunities contributes money towards each dual credit class, often covering the entire cost of a course in Idaho. With good advising, students can transfer completed credits towards college degrees and certifications. These courses are taught at a college-level standard, and if passing marks are achieved, dual credit courses can save students a ton of time and money. Some even earn an associate's degree before they graduate high school. 7th through 12th grade students, talk to a college and career advisor to discover next steps. An overload course is a high school course that is attended outside of the regular school day, like early morning, after school, or in the summer. By taking overload courses, a student can accelerate through high school and carve out time in their schedule to take classes that better align with their goals. This is a great way for students to explore their interests. Advanced Opportunities from the Idaho State Department of Education also offers an early graduation scholarship for students who graduate 1, 2, or even 3 years early, then go on to an Idaho public college. Most of the expenses tied to overload courses can be paid through Advanced Opportunities. 7th through 12th grade students, talk to a college and career advisor to discover next steps. For the students that want classwork to be more like on-the-job work, Advanced Opportunities from the Idaho State Department of Education has curated the ultimate workforce training catalog. These trainings provide hands-on experience, internships, apprenticeships, and specialty workshops that directly complement career paths. The Advanced Opportunities program contributes money towards each course, which can help offset or completely alleviate the cost for families. Workforce training courses are responsive to the needs of Idaho's workforce, so they're often the shortest route to high-demand jobs. 7th through 12th grade students, talk to a college and career advisor to discover next steps. Exams are a great way for students to capitalize on their talents, validate their interests, and get certified for expertise gained during a course. The Advanced Opportunities program for the Idaho State Department of Education will reimburse fees for many exams that can lead to college credit or career technical certification. For example, a student fluent in Spanish could use the AO program to receive college credit by passing a college-level examination, or a new welder could demonstrate their competency by earning their professional certification. Students taking an AP course will have their final exam fees covered. All of these exams add credibility by recognizing knowledge as an official accomplishment. 7th through 12th grade students, talk to a college and career advisor to discover next steps.
Each fall, every Idaho high school senior receives a postcard with good news: you are in. A few days later, they'll get a letter from the president of the State Board of Education with a list of at least 6 in-state colleges that they are proactively admitted to.
Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome back.
It's open to anybody, no matter where you grew up or where you want to study, as long as it's within Idaho's borders. Direct admissions is your ticket in the door. Take that door to a professional certification, an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, or beyond. Continue your education in Idaho to gain the knowledge and the skills to make an impact on your local community or anywhere in the world.
Apply Idaho is a common application for 10 Idaho colleges and universities. It is free, 100% virtual, designed for Idaho high school seniors, and it can be completed very fast. To use Apply Idaho, you will need your full legal name, as it appears on your birth certificate. Nicknames and abbreviations can cause delays or prevent you from completing the registration process. Your EDU ID number. School counselors can help look this up for you. Your personal email address. Please do not use your school email account. You need an email that you will be able to use after you graduate and move into the next stage of your life. Your permanent address. If you live in 2 homes, you will be able to add both addresses. To get started with Apply Idaho, go to nextsteps.idaho.gov. From the home page, click on the menu icon in the top right-hand corner. Under For High School Students, select Apply Idaho. To begin your Apply Idaho application, select Click Here to get started. The first step is to register for an Apply Idaho account. You will need to provide your EDU ID number, which you can usually get from a high school counselor or other high school staff. Next, provide your birth date. This includes the month, day, and year you were born. Do not put the current year in the year field. You will also need to provide an email address. Use a personal email address, not your high school email address. Colleges and universities will use the email you provide to contact you now and after you graduate high school. Since most high schools shut off access to your high school email address after graduation, and some high schools block all external access to school email, you'll want to make sure you use a personal email address. When you have provided all of the necessary information, click Register to create your account. You should be able to see your direct admissions letter. This letter tells you which Idaho public colleges and universities you will be automatically accepted into for the fall of 2021, should you decide to apply. We hope you do. You can click on any of the Idaho public colleges or universities listed to learn more about them. Set aside time to research available programs and hands-on training programs. Plan to submit applications to more than one school so that you can compare the financial aid packages offered by each. Talk about your goals with family and friends. Complete your application to confirm your interest. Schools will not plan for your attendance if you do not formally apply. Please remember that although you can sign in to see your direct admissions letters starting September 15th, Apply Idaho is not open to submit applications until October 1st, so mark it on your calendar. You will need to confirm your email before you can submit applications to the colleges. Open your personal email account. You should see a confirmation email in your inbox. If you do not see it, be sure to check your junk mail folder. Open the email and click the hyperlinked text to confirm your account. Click on Apply to get started with your Apply Idaho application. To start your application, enter your email and password. If you forgot your password, click the Forgot Password feature to reset your password. If you log in and realize you don't have all of the information you need, remember that you do not have to complete Apply Idaho all at once. You can log in at a later date to add schools, complete supplemental questions, or make other changes. Part 1 of Apply Idaho is where you provide your personal information. Entering your Social Security number will help schools match you with financial aid and scholarships faster. Be sure to make a selection in all 3 of the drop-down boxes. Next, you will need to provide your permanent address. If you live in a different place than where your mail is delivered, or if you have multiple addresses, you will want to fill out the separate mailing address section. Under the Application Info section, select the high school you will be graduating from, the month and year of your high school graduation, and when you plan to start college. Now it is time to choose the schools and programs that interest you. Select the colleges or universities you would like to apply to. Type in the major you are planning on pursuing. If you are undecided, just enter undecided. Then select your chosen majors from the schools indicated above. Your choices will appear at the top. In Part 4, you will fill out any supplemental questions that have been requested by the schools you selected. Your answers are used to connect you to scholarships and other resources. Keep in mind that you can copy and paste essay answers if you would prefer to type them elsewhere. To answer some of the questions, you might need to talk with your parents. If they are not available, remember that you can always log out and log back in when they are available. After you have added all of the necessary information, the last step is to review for errors or missing data. If you have provided all of the necessary information, then select Submit. After you submit your application, congratulations! You have completed applying for college. You should get a confirmation email in your inbox. If you need to update your application with information, you can log in and resubmit. You will want to keep an eye out for emails or other communications from the colleges or universities you applied to.
If you're an Idaho high school student, current college student, or a student who dropped out of college and avoided going back for at least 2 years, then you should consider applying for the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship. It is the largest state-managed scholarship program in the state of Idaho. Eligibility is based off of financial need and grade point average, and here are some cool things about it. No essay is required, it can be renewed up to 3 times, it takes only 5 minutes to apply, and it can be used for academic and career technical programs. Please remember, though, that the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship can only be used at one of 11 eligible Idaho colleges or universities.
To apply for the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship, go to scholarship.idaho.gov. Click Sign Up to register for a Scholarship Idaho account. Fill out the registration form. Be sure to use your full legal name. In order to use Scholarship Idaho and apply for the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship, you must enter your Social Security number. This form is safe and secure, and your personally identifiable information is never shared publicly. When choosing your email address, make sure that it is not tied to a school. The email address you use here will follow you through your post-high school education. It will be used at every login and to reset your password if you ever forget it. Make sure that you are the account owner of this email address, not your school or parents. Click Sign Up to create your Scholarship Idaho account. Pull up your non-school email inbox, open the message with the subject line Scholarship Idaho Confirm Your Account, and click the indicated link to verify your email. Click on the 3 lines in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Select Apply and log in to begin your scholarship application. There are 5 parts to the Scholarship Idaho application and 7 possible scholarships for which you can qualify and apply, including the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship. Entering your EDU ID number is a convenient way to speed up authentication and to autofill some of the answers. Read the help text to learn more. Texts, with your permission, are sent in addition to email communications. Text may notify you of changes in your award status or remind you of pending action items. You can opt out at any time. Select the option that best describes your current academic status. If in doubt, confirm the number of dual credits you have earned and your GPA with a teacher or school counselor. The figures you enter here will be checked against state-reported academic data, and discrepancies can slow down the review process significantly. If you are eligible for the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship, it will be auto-selected for you in Part 3. You may qualify for other state-managed scholarships too. Click Details to learn more about each, and use the checkbox to add a scholarship to your application. If the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship is the only scholarship selected in Part 3, then there are no questions for Part 4. You are almost done with your application. Skip ahead to Part 5. If additional scholarships were selected in Part 3, you will need to answer a few questions before moving on. Keep in mind that you can leave Scholarship Idaho at any time and come back later to finish these questions. The last part of the Scholarship Idaho application is where you review your application. You will, again, be invited to share your EDU ID number to speed up authentication. There is also a reminder about your free application for Federal Student Aid, FAFSA, which is a requirement for the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship. Missing information, or just misformatted information, will be flagged. Use the Previous button to return to different sections and correct the issue. Make sure that the information you provided is accurate to the best of your knowledge. Your answers will be checked against state-reported academic data, and discrepancies can result in application delays, suspension, or even elimination. When you are satisfied with your application, click Submit. Great work! You will receive a confirmation email with a scholarship application receipt and a notification timetable. Check your inbox at least once a week. Scholarship Idaho coordinators may reach out to obtain information that is absent or erroneously entered on your application. Log in to Scholarship Idaho at any time to check your award status. Last year, the Idaho Opportunity Scholarship awarded more than 6,000 scholarships. Yet the scholarships that students have the best chance of being awarded are those made available through the institution that you plan to attend. Look them up online and make an appointment at the financial aid office of the college or workforce center where you will enroll.